2nd and 6 for East Tennessee State. Wells under pressure from Webster to the end zone, and that ball is nearly picked off. A great play by Edward Reed.
After the play fake, he comes down the line, then back. You see Webster going inside the block of Brian Edwards and just throws up a prayer to the right side. Actually, the receiver, Lamar Cooper, didn't even realize the ball was thrown his way.
Helton had it blocked by Ed Reed. Nate Brooks is going to score. There it is.
And another great job on special teams. You see right there, number 20, Reed, picks the ball right off the kicker's foot and goes right to...
Quick 3-step drop, the catch by Plummer at the 50. Down the sideline, gets away from one, gets away from a pack of Canes, and look out. Derek Ham, fumble, Edward Reed on the hit. Michael Burrow has the recovery, and the Canes will have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Great block on the outside by Bonner, number 3. Then you see, watch this move by Plummer on the sidelines. He has 5 Hurricanes coming at him. He puts the brakes on, cuts it down the field. Good downfield block, and we watch the hit from the backside right here from number 20, Reed. After a couple bounces, number 93, Michael Burrow, the junior, picks it up in a big turnover by this Hurricane defense.
The slot, out of the shotgun. Stepping up in the pocket, over the middle, intercepted by Edward Reed. Edward Reed to the 30. Edward Reed is dropped down by Brian Ewell at the 28-yard line. That is the first collegiate interception for Edward Reed, the freshman, the redshirt freshman out of St. Rose, Louisiana.
Trying to get as many yards by running the football, but as you can see right there, a terrific break by Edward Reed. He knew the ball was coming to number 4, Plummer, all the way, stepped in front for a Hurricane turnover.
From the I formation. Clark's in trouble. Clark is down at the 5-yard line.
Close set look. McMahon flushed. Hangs in, throws, should have been picked off. And might have been 6 to Edward Reed. 3rd and 4 out of the power I. 2 tight ends. McMahon sets, throws in the end zone. Got a man down there, tipped away. Brendan Edmonds, here's the reverse. Verduzco can throw it. He's got a man wide open down the sideline. Jermaine Robinson, broken up for the Scarlet Knights.
And the one thing about this pass, too much air time. And when you've got a guy like Ed Reed, guy that's a member of the track team,
one of the stars of the day, in motion, throwing for the tight end in the corner, broken up. Well,
receiver to the top of the formation. Pitch to Skaggs, got away from Webster, and down inside the loose football, and Hurricanes signal that they have it.
Webster coming off the legs of the running back, and it looked like Reed, Edward Reed's right leg, as he was going to make the tackle, gets the ball loose, charges the ball loose from Raymond Skaggs, the running back. You can take a look right here, his right leg kicks the ball out, and somewhere on the bottom of that pile, number 51, Rod Mack, comes up with the football.
Cheney hit in the hole, and then Edward Reed put a pop on Cheney. Motion. Bulger fakes to zero away. Bulger with time. Intercepted by Edward Reed. Edward Reed running it back to the 40, to midfield. Reed still on his feet, and finally Zeroaway drags him down at the West Virginia 42-yard line.
Play action, it's not there because of Mike Rump. He's late going to the middle of the field. You cannot throw the football down the middle late because the safeties are looking at the quarterback. That time, Edward Reed breaks on Bulger's pass and did a terrific job of coming up.
The fullback in motion. They're going to fake to Zeroaway. Miami on the blitz, and down goes Bulger.
Wilkinson in motion, pitch back goes Stacey Mack. Around the corner, and he is stopped at the Miami 48-yard line. Off of the eye bone. DeVito on the pitch. Stacey Mack. Bingo.
Lytle, straight drop. Down the middle, incomplete. Intended for Juan Williams.
Football field right there. He was wide open to dump the football off. Instead, Lytle tries to force it down the field. A lot of green jerseys.
Blitz coming from Morgan. Lytle's pass, again, nearly intercepted. Edward Reed had the coverage. Feld in motion. McNown with the screen set up. Foster makes the catch. Edward Reed chasing him down, and Edward Reed will drop him for about a yard loss.
Watch the pursuit, and number 20 out of the bottom of your screen, he sees the lineman set up, and he says, I'm the last guy back here that can stop this screen. Great read of the screen on Deshaun Foster by number 20.
Out of the shotgun. Stepping up in the pocket. Rifles it wide open, complete to Melsby. And Melsby down at the Miami 25-yard line. Edward
That
Reed
ball
making
came
a tackle.
That Miami ball.
1986. Third and goal, 14th play of the drive. The option pitch out, and it's knocked down by Edward Reed.
Taking a great angle to the running back, but here's a picture-perfect tackle right there in the open field. Brings him down, shoulders on the thigh.
The pitch out to Spikes. Upended with a great tackle from Edward Reed.
The scrimmage, he just forces the issue. The linebackers flow. They make Spikes turn the ball up, but Edward Reed, the strong safety, right there on the thighs, flips over the running back, Rashawn Spikes. He's got nowhere to go. Great positioning by the strong safety Reed of getting
on that roster for the Rams, and you just have to wonder. And down goes Mockerman.
Edward Reed from the left side. Look at this hole. Keller too late coming over trying to pick him up.
Yeah, one thing that I remember about fellas throwing a javelin in Louisiana, I remember when I was working with Taylor Bradshaw right after he came out. Bradshaw was a heck of a javelin thrower, but unlike Bradshaw, Reed not a quarterback. He's a defensive back.
Bradshaw was so good he could throw it, go down.
Behind Mockerman. Mockerman takes off, and he won't get there.
In the backfield. This is Eric McCoo. Fake on the reverse, and Edward Reed nails him for a 2-yard loss.
A bit of a reverse look, although McCoo brings the ball back in, and right there you see the first man there, number 59, Michael Smith.
Thompson with a blitz coming. Thompson is sacked by Edward Reed.
Out on the field for Penn State. He just beats the offensive tackle you see to the outside.
Rashard Casey to throw. Got away from Matt Webster, and he got loose again. And here goes Rashard Casey. Leonard Myers can't get him down. Fumble, and Miami's trying to get on the football. Let's see who has it. It's Miami's football.
Tackle Damian Lewis, but great escapability by Casey. You see him trying to make a big play. He was one blocker away from taking it the distance, but just a huge effort by Damian Lewis.
Miami coming on a blitz. Over the middle, intercepted by Ed Reed. Edward Reed has it for the Hurricanes. Now he just has to hold on to the football. Penalty flag down. Penalty flag down. Ed Reed inside the 20.
Rashard Casey, a lot of heat on him. You see Miami bringing everybody. All he has to do is get it over Edward Reed's head. There's nobody in the middle of the football field, but great pressure by Miami. You saw Al Blades and the rest of the defensive front in Rashard Casey's face. Edward Reed now looking for a place to go lay down. He finally finds one in the middle of the field. A huge defensive play. You see Michael Burrow on the outside also bringing the heat, but nobody down the middle of the football field, actually trying to go to John Gilmore, the backup tight end, but Edward Reed, man-to-man.
Good snap. Ed Reed blocked it. Ed Reed blocked the punt. Nick Ward trying to pick it up. It's going to be Miami's football in great field position.
Free and almost takes the ball right off of the foot of the ECU punter. Takes a Miami bounce down to the 15-yard line.
Giving him a lot of room. Gerard flushed out of the pocket. Chased by Sweeney. Rifles it down the sideline, and Edward Reed nearly had an interception. Low snap. Hasselbeck had to pick it up, reload. Fires complete to DeWalt, and he takes a big smack at the 24-yard line. Edward Reed. Washington the only running back. Hasselbeck steps up deep down the middle, and that ball's intercepted by Ed Reed. Ed Reed back to the BC 40. Look out from behind, and the ball's stripped away, and Boston College is going to come up with it. Coburn runs into his own blocker, and he'll go down for a loss. Edward Reed dropped him for a 3-yard loss.
Push the center way back. It looked like big number 72, Terry Dixon, was wearing the wrong color jersey.
Here's the option, and the ball is pitched out and recovered by Miami. Smith hit behind the line of scrimmage.
Blocked by Ed Reed. Edward Reed got his hands on it. Miami players say, run away from it, run away.
Right side of your screen, you see right there, he splits the defenders and lays wide out to get the ball.
It is the Sharps. Sharps hit at the 50 and driven down short of the first down.
Option again. Hamilton keeps. They cut off the pitch. The option. You have to decide early on. Joe Hamilton sees Wilder should make that block. He doesn't make the block. You know, here's a guy who talked his way back into the ball game. Hamilton
Hamilton. Sacked at the 25-yard line by strong safety Edward Reed. And with this sack by Reed, Georgia Tech will call a timeout.
Miami, they're checking Chris Campbell out on the sideline. Nagel with play action. Throwing it down the middle, and that's intercepted by Edward Reed. Edward Reed back to the 40 of McNeese State. Still going. And now they say he stepped out of bounds.
And he'll alternate with Al Blades. This time you see Blades, number 7, close to the line of scrimmage. The ball just hangs way too long in the middle of the football field. A great play by Edward Reed, stepping in front, tries to stay in bounds. It looked like he did stay in bounds. Maybe that last step right there is out of bounds. But Edward Reed had 2 picks last season. He comes up with his first of the season right there, stepping in front of the wide receiver. The ball just hung too long in the air. Edward Reed, a big play.
Trying to get on the scoreboard first. Tuiasosopo, the pitch to Arnold. And he's not going to break the tackle. It's down at the 45. Just got the play off. The throw, a dangerous one. Oh, boy, for the Huskies. Tuiasosopo stands in, lofts one, ricocheted, and that was a matter of an inch or two. Tuiasosopo hit as he throws. Stevens, a tight end, all wrapped up.
4 games, and this is the one he played.
Well, it picked a good time to play him, I guess. Tuiasosopo on a 3rd and 5. Now it'll be 4th and 5.
Well, they had the penalties that killed them, and then that interception was a mental error.
Starting on the ground in 20. Rigo gets the ball. Nice cut as he tried to go.
Thorpe finalist. Whoop, outside, down low. I mean, he is a very sure tackler. But more than anything, he had the speed and the instincts.
Well, Canes on the blitz, and coming hard from the strong safety spot was Reed.
Match. Chad Schwenk back, blitzed, down. White shirts surrounding him. This came hard.
This has got to be a helpless feeling after the play fake when Chad Schwenk turns around and sees nothing but white jerseys.
But they're not going to go for the field goal. Winky tosses it deep, tipped away. Edward Reed, number 20.
Watch Wenke. He says easy touchdown. We fooled him. Ed Reed, great recovery, and knocks that ball down. What a nice play by the junior out of St. Rose, Louisiana.
Under 10 to go before the halftime break. Winky deep, intercepted by Reed.
Over the throw, the ball down the middle of the field. Gets over the receiver, and an easy interception for Ed Reed. Just doesn't get down on this football, has his man open.
Snap and a 4-man rush. Winky deep right side. Menace up in the air. Edward Reed came over and mistimed it, and he's down. He might have knocked the breath out.
Off spot in the defense, and watch Reed come over and get right at the play, get up and get a hand on the football. Good effort by Ed Reed. Menace goes high, goes higher than Reed, but Reed able to get a hand on the football.
Roll out, got rid of it. Got it to his running back. McKee got drilled. 2nd down, about 6. Scott, late pitch, Sharps. Lost yardage there.
This is exactly what Miami tries to do, and this is exactly what Butch Davis defense has tried to do when they were in the NFL at Dallas.
Real cleanly, that's for sure. Last play, first half. Throw it up high. That's what he's going to do. Does anybody catch or knock it down? It's broken up.
How close is the Temple offense to receiving? You know, good job.
And they didn't need a rate guy kind of performance. Oh, there's a pick, and there's an easy touchdown. Won't get much easier than that.
You know, so the pressure's coming down your throat. You get rid of the football a little bit quicker than you have to. Eric Reed walks into the end zone.
Offensive lineman in the game right now. On 1st down, McCown with some time over the middle and intercepted. Edward Reed with his 4th pickoff of the year.
Just not knockdowns. This time Edward Reed picking the pocket of the tight end right there, steps right in front of the football, and if he keeps his feet, he may go for 6.
Count against the 3-man rush. He's out of the pocket.
He's got him.
Throwing deep. And that ball is broken up by Edward Reed.
With the running game.
Play fake. Michael Vick deep down the middle for Emmett Johnson. This is intercepted by Edward Reed.
Ball is going to be thrown too far to the inside. Well, if you can't catch it, do not let the Ed Reed just make the easy interception. Go and knock the ball.
3rd and 5. Miami brings 4. In and out of the hands and picked off. Edward Reed has it coming left. He's got some help. Edward Reed strolls in for the touchdown.
Touchdown to Emmett Johnson. This time, Derek Carter not able to hold on to the throw, and Edward Reed gets it. And then shows his running ability after the interception.
Field. Please do not do this any further. It is now crossed the
team. And then just moments ago, this tip ball returned by Edward Reed, 44 yards for the touchdown with the interception. And our score.
R.J. Anderson with a 2nd down and 10. They fake the reverse. Lots of time. Got a man, but he waited too long, and it's intercepted by Edward Reed.
Points too early, and they've lost concentration.
Anderson.
Defense has
defense really. And it's a fake. Nunes is going to throw the pass back, and it is going to be intercepted by Miami, and that's Edward Reed. 3rd quarter, O'Henzie the intended receiver, but Reed makes the pickoff. Option back to the open side of the field, and good heavens, what a hit by Edward Reed.
Yeah, and they know the option's coming, and Edward Reed with the ankle tackle on R.J. Anderson.
Back at the 37.
Hasselback play fake. Goes deep down the middle for his tight end.
Holds on to this even though he gets hit, but watch him have to reach back for the ball, and then he's hit in the back by Ed Reed. Good play by Reed. Quarter is St. Pierre's in this offense.
What a pop. Edward Reed, number 20.
They're pressuring, they're blitzing, they're closing down. Right where they want him right now.
Hasselback in the end zone. Almost picked off by Edward Reed.
Almost picked off as Lito Shepherd on the field.
Davis said, if we got one guy on the field that's like a coach on the field, it's this guy.
Grossman's under pressure again. Gets away from Lewis. To the left, he's going to throw it on the move to Caldwell. Incomplete. That record's broken. Nebraska did it to Northwestern. Overthrew Caldwell.
Is baiting him to throw the fade. Watch him start to run immediately at the snap. He's got the fade. Watch this. He runs. I got you deep. I got you deep. He almost gets there and gets his 9th interception of the year. One more step and he would have had it.
Of the Canes. Zach again sets and fires. Intercepted. There's a mistake.
8 interceptions last year. 2 of them returned for touchdowns.
He was the first team All-American with those 8 picks and heading in that direction again.
Dennis Thomas, the lone running back behind Cubitt. The pitch to Thomas. Looking for running room. Chris Campbell grabs him around the ankles. Loose football. Miami says they have it. We'll wait for the officials. And it is Miami football.
Penalties, they were fighting penalties. They weren't stupid penalties, but today, so far, a couple bonehead plays.
Cubitt again going deep, and that ball's broken up by Edward Reed, coming over to help out his cornerback, Mike Rumph.
The finest defensive backs in the country, Ed Reed, coming off the hash. Watch him get in right here and does a great job of extending his right arm to the receiver and breaks it up. Edward Reed is a strong man coming from that
shotgun. 4-man rush for the Canes. Cubitt with time, down the middle, and that ball is broken up by both Edward Reed and James Lewis. 4 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. Option pitch. That's Dennis Thomas. And Thomas hit hard by a missile with number 20 on his back. Edward Reed holds that to a gain of 3. Cubitt, 3-step drop. Throwing and nearly intercepted by Edward Reed.
For that work.
2nd and 12. Too slow developing against this defense.
Black and Carter alongside. Fake to Black. Nutter throwing, caught by the tight end, and then dropped by Phillips as the big hit from Ed Reed. Carter, the running back, alongside Nutter. 5 in the pattern. Nutter under some pressure. Steps up, throws. Is it picked off on the deflection?
Yes,
Ed Reed has it. Ed Reed's going to take it to the house for a Miami touchdown. Canes lead at 24-7 as we take another look at the deflection and the Ed Reed pick. As Miami gets on the board early in the 3rd, you're watching Big East football from ESPN+.
Waltney is set to punt. He's had one block this year, and he's got another one blocked, and Miami touchdown.
He almost leads the team in tackles. Look at this, right in your hands.
Edward Reed blocked it, Bob.
That's just nerves right there. That's a very aggressive special teams. Here's Reed right here. He's going to loop and come right up the center. See him moving? Comes right up the middle, untouched right there. Makes the block. Big play for the Hurricanes. Special teams scores first.
Here at 15. Nice play fake. Now is he going to have time? Rick steps up, throws in and out of the hands of Walker. It's intercepted. Picked off by Reed. And Edward Reed going the other way.
How good is this kid Reed? Back down here, just keeping his eyes open.
His third pick of the year. And against Troy State, he took one for a touchdown. This one, I thought he was going to actually get loose, too.
Yeah. He's returned three interceptions for touchdowns in his career.
In the half, blitz coming from the secondary. Everybody's coming. Ricks, the fade to Walker. Nobody came down with it. Nice job by Reed.
Reed is probably one of your best. Lewis, number 23, the strong safety, blitzing. The ball was right there.
Both Florida State's enemies right now. Ricks rolls and now wants to go deep. Double coverage down there. It's intercepted again. Edward Reed's got his second.
Third start, so he's been doing this for a long time.
Coming into this game to see that. 3rd and 2, corner blitz comes again. He had the receiver wide open, but he was rolling the other way and throws an interception. Intercepted by Ed Reed.
Don't throw the ball away unless the guy's wide open. And here, watch. That Reed is so quick, Kirk. He gets to there real quick. I love that kid, Edward Reed.
The rain picks up. The ball comes out. And Miami's got it. And Ed Reed's ready to run with it. And here's the turnover.
Get the football. The ball stings around. And initially, Ed Reed wants to be able to pick it up and go. He's thinking of a touchdown. You know, Miami leads the nation in turnover margin. Has a chance to throw if they can give him a little time.
Throw it in the end zone, young man. Throw it.
Got to get rid of it. This one's the good one to put up for grabs. See if you get a pass interference. Maybe not. Ed Reed, the interception and on the run. Looking for blockers. Flag is down. And Reed pitched it back.
Oh, the big guy.
On the move is Santonio Thomas, who throws it out of bounds.
Hangs it high. And catch me at the 20. Look at this. Look at this. Today he got tripped up. He had a convoy down the sideline. Off return. Play action. The kid stays in. Got a man. Overthrows. Mucker's hit. Look out. That's a pick by Edward Reed. He's got a convoy down the sideline. Stays alive. Edward Reed's still alive. And finally brought down at the 40, and that's a record-breaking interception by Edward Reed, his 19th of his career. And ties Benny Blade for Miami's career record.
Interception. The ball just simply sails on McGann. Muckerson, number 11, with no chance to make a catch. You know, this is one of those interception returns, Dave, where you could almost throw a flag for delay of game. This may have been the longest interception return we've seen all year.
The original return.
No timeouts. Clock starts to run again. 3 wide for St. Pierre. Back slant.
Intercepted on a ricochet. Intercepted by Matt Walters on the ricochet. Lateral it off to Edward Reed. And Reed will dash into the end zone. Oh, what a turn of events.
He reads the slant, cuts inside, makes the play, it pops up, it's intercepted inside by, was it Walters?
Walters
yes.
has the pick.
And Big Reed says, give me that ball, I'm the playmaker around here. And he goes the whole way.
A classic and a heartbreak for Boston College.
Now the first quarter.
2nd down, 4. Here's a little option. Jones dropped the ball. Goes and retrieves it, gets a block from his quarterback, and he's off to the races. Jones inside the 20 and got leveled at the 15-yard line.
The mode of play that they want to get into, the Hurricanes.
2nd and 7, play action. Knoll is intercepted. Picked off by Reed. Edward Reed has got it back to the 25-yard line. And for Reed, it's his 20th career interception as a Hurricane. That's the best in the Hurricane books.
It's a two-deep look, and there he goes right there. He cuts in front of the tight end. Reed read the route coming across, saw the quarterback.
Down the middle he goes, intercepted by Reed. Second of the day for Ed Reed.
A four-year senior, his 21st career interceptions. He's throwing to the guy short.
Game and all of that which goes on in Pasadena, it's a wonderful thing. Here's a bullet thrown down the middle, and it's incomplete. Edward Reed got a hand on it and slapped it away.
Here they can jump.
Minute and 42 to go in the first half. This is Thunder Collins trying to come around the corner, and they're having none of it.
The guy, first-class coach.
Crouch searching along the line, and there wasn't anything there for him, but he made 3 yards out of it anyway. Edward Reed.